Hi everyone, it's time to wash all these clothes, friends, and that's what we are speaking about in today's page, in Masechet Bava Batra, page Yutet, number 19. As you see, it's totally full over here. This is ready for the laundry, and we're talking all about washing in today's page of the Gemara. Friends, what's going on over here? We learned actually in the Mishnah in page number 17, that's Yud Zayin respectively, one of the things that the owner of a field, we've been talking about owners of fields and how they share it with neighbors, an owner of a field cannot build right next to his neighbor's property. It's a pond used for washing clothes. So it's a problem over here. If he wants to wash all this gear that I've got over here, he's not going to be able to do that in his over there under that a certain criteria. So it's actually interesting. This Gemara, which is in our page today, quotes a great rabbi, Rab Nachman, in the name of Rabba Bar Avu. He actually distinguishes between two types of ponds used for washing. Back in the day, they didn't have washing machines, tumble dryers, all those different things. People would use ponds to wash their things. He claims that the pond discussed in the Mishnah that must be kept 3 tefachim, it's a certain measurement, from the boundary is a pond used for soaking clothing. Well, also you can call this a matzan, but the pond of water that's used for agitating the clothing is called the nadyan, naturally, must be kept 4 amot away from the boundary. So it's got to be that certain threshold of measurement. The method used for washing clothing, which is still the basic method we can say used today, this is according to Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, a brilliant Gemara commentator, is using a different technique, you could say, involved 2 stages. What's the stage that was used for washing clothing, even in modern day? Clothing was left to soak, that was the first process, usually together with soap or some other cleansing agent, whose purpose actually was to break down the oils and other contaminants in the material. The neighborly concerns with this stage of the process, which would have been back in the day, especially when people had ponds, stem mainly from the smells that emanated from the treatment of the dirty clothing. Naturally, that's going to have an impact. It's going to damage. It causes a nezek, a damage to the neighbors. Also, everyone likes a nice aroma, not some bad smell. What's the second stage in this process over here? The clothing was moved to a different pond of water where then it was rubbed or agitated by hand or by foot, a process which removed the dirt and the cleansing agents from the material. So now you can move away the 2 parts of it. This stage often involves splashing and spraying dirty water, which had the potential to damage property well beyond 3 tefachim from the pond. So it's got a lot of problems. This is for the neighbors potentially. You can do actual, not just a damage with regards to having to smell this unpleasant thing. It can actually do damage to the property itself. The Migash actually offers another explanation for the Nadian, one accepted by the Rambam, which we've got, actually is talked about in Hilchot Shechenim, I think in chapter number 9, number 5. He explains it's not as a separate pond, but as a rock on which agitation was performed. And here too, the potential damage involved dirty water spraying onto the neighbor's property itself. It was very, very much problematic over here on many different aspects. And we've been talking all about how one has got to be careful with the neighbors. The neighbors are it's a very sensitive topic, not to disturb them, not to encroach on their space, and not to do any damage to them. My chabruta was just telling me just a few days ago, he owns an apartment in another city in Israel, and the neighbors, they took into his field and ate part of his garden. They put a fence over there, and some inches of his apartment just disappeared while they were doing their building work, and they gained it, obviously. So just how important people have to be not to even steal even the smallest amount from the neighbors, and how careful it is, even any action we can do, even by just putting the water spray on, or any minute thing that might be for your convenience could cause a lot of damage for the neighbor. Once again, a lot of these tidbits are taken from the notes of Rabbi Abedin Steinsaltz, who's got a phenomenal Koren set of Gemara editions, which I would recommend everyone to look into. I'd like to dedicate this also Lilur Nishmat to Avihu ben Esther also. I'm wishing you all a great day. Please don't forget to watch over all the previous videos. This is the 18th installment of Masechet Bava Batra already. So making fantastic progress. Already we're coming into Daf Chaf tomorrow. Please don't forget to watch over all the previous videos we're doing. We're a community over here. We are learning together. I had so much fantastic feedback. So thanks so much for everything. Wishing you all Shavua Tov. Getting ready. I've got to take this suit off now because to put it in the washing and do the process. So wishing you all a great day and take care.